to my kitchen. You guys, I'm preparing dinner. Just finished making cabbage. If you've not seen that video, take a look at it. And now I'm making cornbread. You guys, this is going to be so simple. But while I'm running my mouth, let me get started with this. Now I'm using my cast iron skillet. I always season my cast iron skillet after I wash it with bacon grease. And I just fixed the cabbage in this, so I knew I was doing cornbread next. And I was very liberal with my bacon grease, okay? But my oven is preheating to 425 degrees. I have 1 stick of unsalted butter. I'm going to take, how many tablespoons of this? I'm going to take about 6 tablespoons of this and put it in this cast iron skillet. And we're getting ready to pop this skillet in the oven so it can get extremely hot, honey. So when I put my cornbread in there to put it in the oven, it's going to be sizzling. Y'all will see in just a minute, okay? But in the meantime, this is what I use to make my cornbread, okay? And of course, you know I've already thoroughly washed my hands. Y'all don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands, because that's just nasty, all right? So this is what I'm going to be using to make my cornbread. I'm going to be using 1 cup of buttermilk cornmeal mix. Use whatever cornmeal that you prefer. And I'm also going to use 1 cup of all-purpose flour. You guys, I think cornbread just tastes better, in my opinion, when I mix it with flour, okay? So I don't just use straight cornmeal. So I have the 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of cornmeal in here. And then I'm going to do 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. I'm going to do 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Then I'm going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of sugar. If you guys don't care for the sugar, you can omit it. But we like a little sweetness to our, just a tad bit. We don't want it to taste like cake, but you know, just a little hint of some sweetness. And then we have 2 eggs here that I'm going to lightly, slightly beaten. Then I forgot to pull out the most important ingredient, or one of the most, is the buttermilk, okay? So we're going to use about 1½ cups of buttermilk. Now you guys, I'm going to look at this. You know I don't usually measure, but I'm trying to give you guys measurements. But I'm going to look at it as I'm pouring, and after I do the 1½ if I feel like I need a little bit more or a little less, then I'll make the necessary adjustment, okay? And I think that's it. We're going to bake this on 425 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. And like I said, I think that's it, okay? So meanwhile, while the cornbread is, the skillet with the butter in it is getting extremely hot, you guys, I don't, when I mix up my cornbread, I don't try to get it smooth, okay? My cornbread is going to have a little lumpiness to it because I'm not trying to get it smooth like a cake batter because it's cornbread, okay? I've already added my 2 tablespoons of sugar, my baking powder, baking soda, and my salt to my dry ingredients. Okay, so we're going to put all that in the bowl. Now we're just going to kind of mix the dry ingredients around. Okay. Now we're going to beat these 2 eggs slightly. We're going to add those. And to that we're adding our 1½ cups of buttermilk. Okay, we're just mixing this up again. I'm not trying to get it smooth. Okay. Now let's check on this pan. Now this is the part you have to really be careful with, okay? Because this grease, this butter, and this pan is piping hot. Alright? And we're just going to pour in our cornbread mix. Y'all hear that sizzling? That's going to make it really, make a really nice crust on that cornbread. And I like to go in and just kind of get some butter on the top of it, okay? Alright. Now we're going back in the oven. Now you guys, this is something that I like to do. It's not quite brown enough. It is done on the inside, but it's not quite brown enough. So rather than let it keep cooking, I've turned my oven on broil, on high, and I'm just going to put it in there just for probably less than a minute. Got to keep my eyes on it because I want it just to get a little bit browner on the top, but I don't want it to continue to cook on the inside. So this is just something that I do. Actually, my first mother-in-law used to do this. Her cornbread would be done, but not totally as brown as she liked it, and then she would just put it under the broiler. So that's what we're doing. And like I say, you better keep your eyes on it because otherwise it will burn. Okay, this is a little better. You guys hear that sizzle? Hear it? Okay. So now that that's done, I like to take a little bit more butter, that butter that was left, and put it on the top. Guys, look at this pretty cornbread. And what I like about once it's done, just turning on the broiler, it doesn't make it dry. It's a delicious, moist cornbread. Buttery. Buttery goodness. Well, you guys, my dude number one also wanted some kielbasa sausage with his cabbage, so I just added some cabbage. And then here's the cornbread. So he's home now and he's ready to eat. And it's gonna be that simple: kielbasa sausage, cabbage, and some cornbread. That's what we eat. That's what he eats.
That's very simple. Thank you.
Easy.
Thank you for the simple meal that
You're welcome, baby.
I'm going to eat. That's all I want, a simple meal.
Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure I told you guys that dude number one would be in the cornbread video. So here him is.
Oh, violence.
So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, turn on that bell, that nosy. So my husband says, shake something, shake something. Shake something. Oh, you might as well go to the kitchen. Did you get a sample?
Yeah, I'm just going to sample. While you shaking something, I'm going to taste something.
Well, we already look forward to you all joining us again next time. Y'all, that cornbread is so moist, too. Bye, y'all. Bye.
What do you do different?
I do different.
It's good. You put...
I fix it like my mama fixes it.
Okay, it's something different.
The cabbage, that's how mama fixes it.
It's good.
We fix it.
It's good.
I know, that's that traditional cabbage, y'all. Bye, guys.
Bye.